Oh, you're falling apart.
I caught it before it fell. Gam Yachad. Shabbat Shalom and welcome everybody. I'm Rabbi Javier Karapan and I am joined this evening by Leslie Zucker and our musicians and our technical team. A big thank you to our BOW committee for bringing us beyond our walls. If you're looking to get involved in a digital something from home, we got a job for you. Just let us know. A bit later today, we will honor Aviva and wish her well in her new life adventure. Many of our melodies this evening are among Aviva's favorites. True story. We're calling all the pages in the square brackets, and just take a moment to make sure that your electronic devices are on silent. As we welcome Shabbat this evening, it is an honor and privilege to invite Aviva and her father, Rabbi Ron Simons. Yes, her parents are rabbis, if you've never heard this before. Now we can say it. Now at the end, we can say that Aviva grew up with two rabbis as parents. Now we know where her love for Jewish things come from. Page 120, we welcome Shabbat by lighting the candles.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Thank you.
We continue together in page 121. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Service continues. We welcome Shabbat, Psalm 92, Mizmor Shir. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
Lord,
לשיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. Service continues with Lecha Dodi on page 138. We'll be singing stanzas 1, 3, 5, and 9.
Is that on now? Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you.
La 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 Lecha Dodi. Ya la 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 לקראת כלה, ya la 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקבל, ya la 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 Lecha Dodi, ya la 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 לקראת כלה, ya la 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקבל. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו כן המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת ולתהילה.
יא אלי,
יא לה 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 Lecha Dodi, יא לה 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 לקראת כלה, יא לה 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה.
מקדש מלך עם מלוכה, ומצמיתו ההפכה, רב לשבת בעמק הבכר, ויחמוד עלייך חמלה.
יא לה לה יא לה 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 Lecha Dodi, יא לה 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 לקראת כלה, יא לה 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, התעורר, קומי אורי, יערי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. יא לה לה יא לה 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 Lecha Dodi, יא לה 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 לקראת כלה, יא לה 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה.
בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוקמוני Am Segula Boichala Boichala
We continue together, page 157. This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it, we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch Ata Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Continue with the Shema, it's on page 152.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol lavavecha, b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'odecha, ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta ba'am, v'shivtecha bevetecha, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet.
Emet. We continue together on page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha netar b'kodesh. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha netar b'kodesh. Nara tehilot oseh melech, Nara tehilot oseh. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. That repeats. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu. Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu. Shalom. Ve'hamidenu. Shamreinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu. Sukat shomecha. Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu. Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu. Le'shalom. Let there be love. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Yeah, 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 yeah,
trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity honors the day, and eternity honors the day.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekone Hakol Vezocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot Umevi Gula Livnei Bneihem L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Zrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye Metim Atah Rav Lehoshia Mahashiv Haruach U'Morit HaGashem Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechaye Metim Berachamim Rabim Somech Nofelim V'Rofech Cholim U'Matir Asurim Umekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha bagevurot umido melech melech memit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua b'ne'eman atah lahachayot metim Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hametim Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh U'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha salah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
As we gather on this Shabbat, we turn our thoughts to those in need of healing. If you're joining us virtually, you have access to the Mishe Berach list through the e-news and also in the links in the comments. You can offer names, type them in the comments, we can all see them. For those of us here in person, I invite you to mention names as I go around the sanctuary. We're going to start over here.
The Hannah family and the Osborne family.
Alice Capson. May the one who blessed our ancestors bring blessings of strength, compassion, and healing to those of us who struggle with the oppression of addiction, emotional distress, and mental suffering. Surround them with love and kindness, grace, companionship, and peace. Bless those in need of healing with the Fuah Shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. It is now time for our Simcha moment. We invite you to share a Simcha, a joy from this past week that may include your birthday, anniversaries, good news, and accomplishments. If you're online, we invite you to type those in the comments. I will try to read those out loud. If you're here in person, please join us on the Bima. After you share your Simcha, at the microphone, we invite you to stay up here for the blessing. We ask you to please refrain from touching the microphone. And we also ask that each person states their name and share their simcha, if possible, in one sentence. Thank you.
Just in case you don't know, I don't get anywhere near the mic. I'm Carol. And today, for the first time, I made matzo ball soup from scratch without any help, all by myself.
Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm super excited because this Sunday I get to teach the first graders and kindergartners all by myself because the Miss Stephanie will be out of town, but I get to teach them. I'm very excited.
My name is Richard Standridge. This morning, Melissa and I became grandparents for the very first time. A little girl named Adira.
Stay up here. Hi, I'm Paula Fremmerman, and last weekend I was in Chicago. My granddaughter turned 10.
Hi, I'm Schaefer Spiceman. I got an A on my math test, and if you didn't know, I'm in honors geometry, which is basically 2 to 3 levels above my grade, so high school math. So
Thank you, Schaefer. I did not know. We have one more back here.
My name is Marilyn Lewandowski, and I had a good week Monday because I'm having issues with walking my son and daughter-in-law and a 16-month-old grandchild, girl, Piper, came over to my home. And then on Tuesday, I don't know if anybody knows, but I've battled metastatic breast cancer for over 20 months, and I had a good report this last week.
Karen from online says, our daughter Leslie got engaged to Eric. And Louise says that she had successful cataract surgery in both eyes, so she can see clearly now. Glad you're doing great.
I wasn't the only one.
Any others? We now gather all our simchas and we offer a prayer. Divine source of blessings, we thank you for everything that enriches our lives. We turn to you with gratitude now, so we share the happiness of those who have marked their good news and accomplishments. Adonai, be with them now and always. May they be blessed with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow, and with much health and happiness now and always. So we honor each one of you for the gifts that you bring to our sacred community. We join together in song to mark this sacred occasion. Shabbat shalom, Yeshua. Oh, well, before we say anything, I would like to invite Aviva to join me on the bima. She gets the first word today, not quite the last, although she'll have an announcement later on. We'll let her have the last announcements. All right, it's all yours.
Thank you for being here tonight. It's really remarkable. Oh, God. It's amazing how much a place can change you, and especially a first job. Oh, I got it. So, thank you for your partnership on anything and everything, and sportsmanship in the Gaga pit. Thank you for stepping up as small group leaders and pickup party hosts, and sitting down with new people all the time. Thank you for reigniting the spark and igniting my career in the Jewish professional world. I cannot wait to see Beth Torah burn even brighter in the future, and I'll be cheering you on from California.
Stay here. I would like to invite the president of our congregation, Larry Meyer. This is the speech part. Stand there next to me.
Aviva, you came to us a few years ago, all with bright enthusiasm and excitement, and I don't think we broke you. We're leaving you exactly the way we found you. So you're traveling off to California. So when you're out there in January and February, and you're out in California, and it's 65, 70 degrees out there, and we're out here 20 degrees, and you've got mountains, you've got the ocean, and just remember, I wanted to go with you. But unfortunately, somebody has to stay behind and take care of things. So it is with my pleasure that I have a wonderful gift that I think I'm supposed to give you.
It's here underneath it. I believe so, yeah. I have more to say about it.
Oh, okay.
You can give it to her.
Oh, I thought I would. Every time you use this, can I share what it is?
Yes, yes.
This is a beautiful menorah from our gift shop, and over Hanukkah, and every time you think of this, I want you to think of us. And I remember walking into your office, or I was always, because you were always too hard to work. She has the tiniest little handwriting, and there's Post-its everywhere, and you can actually read everything on it. I am jealous. So, I digress. Please use this in the best of health, and remember us, and you left us in a better place than the way you found us. So, I hope you can say the same thing. Thank you very much. Good luck on your travels.
Thank you.
Stand on the other side, please.
We're not done.
There are several speeches, so that you have to just stand here and smile. Early in the story of Abraham and Sarah, God made a promise to them that their descendants would be as numerous as the stars up above. And it was an amazing promise. It was a great blessing that God gave this first Jewish family. Years passed, and yet the promise did not materialize. In fact, the promise was almost halted when Abraham bound up Isaac to a wooden altar and lifted his hand, but it didn't happen. So we come to this week's Torah portion, Chayei Sarah, meaning the life of Sarah, which begins, of course, with the death of Sarah. And after finding a proper place to bury Sarah, Abraham realizes that God's promise alone won't do. That he could have kept waiting and waiting for his dream to come true, but it might have never happened. The fact is that as long as Isaac was unmarried, the divine promise of prosperity would remain unfulfilled. For unspoken reasons, Abraham does not want Isaac to marry a Canaanite woman, so he sends his servant back to Aram to find a bride from among Abraham's relatives. Abraham's faith in God is firmly established, but sometimes waiting is not an option. He knows that unless he takes action, the promise will remain just that, a promise, a dream unfulfilled. Abraham's actions teach us that there are times when one must make a move to reach for our dreams. It is true that in doing so, we may need to leave behind people and relationships that we treasure. The early 20th century British scholar Rabbi Maurice Joseph once said, quote, "Let us count the past happy days not as a loss, but as a gain." In other words, as sometimes we know we have something, it's a gain. And pursuing our dreams is not an either-or proposition. We can have what we gain and what we are yet to learn and hold both in our hearts. Aviva, as you take your future into your own hands and pursue your dreams elsewhere, I want you to know that we will always count the time you spent at our congregation as a big gain. Yes, we may not get to see you and share happy and sad moments together anymore in our daily lives, but we all know that you will continue to touch Jewish lives in the future as you have here in the past. It so happens that last year was our last Hanukkah together. We didn't know. So from all of us, we want you to make sure that when you light this Hanukkah, you will find the warmth and the pride and the love of Beth Torah with you always. As we say goodbye to you, we send you off with a blessing. As you go on your way, may you continue to ignite the light of Jewish life and joy for this generation and the next. We know that you will be a blessing. Bless as you go on your way. May you be guided in peace. May you be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. Our service continues as we get closer to the end with Aleinu L'Shabech is on page 586. If you're able, please stand and join us.
Aleinu L'Shabech Adon HaKol Lateit Gedula Le'otzeh Breshit Shelo Asanu Heyoyeh Haratzot Ve'lo Samanu Kemishpachot Ha'adama Shelo Sam Chelkeinu Kahem Ve'gor Aleinu Echol Hamonam V'anachnu Korim U'mishabavim U'modim Lifnei Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ve'emar
As you may recall, during the high holidays, I introduced a new practice that we were going to begin in the fall, and it is an azkara, a couple of times a month during this moment, right before Kaddish on Erev Shabbat. We will invite one of you to come here and share about a loved one whose yortzeit is on this Shabbat that we have together here. And so here's the very first one, and for that I would like to invite Marcia and Larry Rittmaster.
Relationship with my mother, and she's going to tell you a little about it now.
We want to share with you some stories about our beloved mother and mother-in-law, Jean Rittmaster, who passed away November 14th, 2009. Jean was much more than a mother-in-law to me. My own mother passed away when I was 14, and I began dating Larry when I was 18. Although Jean never tried to replace my own mother, she embraced me as though I was her daughter. In fact, when she was introducing me, she just introduced me as her daughter, never using the in-law. She loved her family above all else. Her great-granddaughter Samantha was born on her birthday. Jean always said that that was the best birthday present she ever received. When Sammy was very young, 2 or 3, she asked her bubby if she was having a birthday party. Jean told her that she wasn't having any more birthdays because Sammy had been born on May 10th also, and she was giving Sammy all of her birthdays. No one expected Sammy to break down in tears and reply, "I don't want to take your birthday away from you." So they continued to share family parties and cakes decorated with both names. When we left at the end of a visit, Sammy would always say, "Love you." She remembers to this day that Bubby would answer, "Love you more." She and all of Jean's great-grandchildren have now adopted that phrase as their own and use it frequently.
Thank you, Marcia and Larry. As a congregation, we are observing the Shloshim period for Barbara Bobby Hamburg, sister of Donna Gould. And on this Shabbat, we remember the following yortzeits of members of our congregation: Aaron O. Bean, Isidore Cohn, Sasha Cohen, Marcia Wheeler Epstein, Bernard Fassbinder, Donald Golden, Isabel Bass Goldstein, Ruth Goldstein, Leah Gould, Esther Hamovitz, Gabriel Michael Hellman, Seda Garfinkel Cram, Gladys B. Lowenstein, Fred Markowitz, Leon Mendelson, Simon Ozer, Alfred Parnez, Arnold Paris, Benjamin Petitpas, Jean Rittmaster, Lynn Rubin, Hadassah Soltz, Eric Sains, J. L. Shapiro, Gerald Sherman, Ida Siegel, Sadie Steinzick, Selma Wade, Rose Wexlin, Mandel H. Willer, Rose Zipper. Zichronam livracha, may the memories be for a blessing. Page 598, together we rise for Kaddish Yatom, the mourners' Kaddish. Itgadal ve'itkadash shemeh rabba, be'alema divra chirute ve'amlich malchute, bechayechon uvyamechon uvechayei dechol Beit Israel, ba'agala uvizman karev vimru amen. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תוש בחתה ונחמתה דא אמירם ילמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל
Just want to mention that during the high holidays, or after the high holidays, we sent a survey to all of you, and many of you replied that you wanted to be part of the Azkara. So if you have a yortzeit on a specific Shabbat, I have that list, and I looked at it a month ahead of time for the whole month. That's how we got to Marsha. However, if you did not reply to the survey, and you still would like to be part of that, please let us know so we'll put you on the list so you'll get a call ahead of your loved one's yortzeit. You'll have almost a month to prepare, so we'd like to have you do that. And Sharon is helping us with this. So. All right.
This is Aviva's last song. It's been 2 years, the time has flown. Now she's starting something new. But before we say so long, let's sing Aviva's song. This is Aviva's song. The announcements are coming, they won't take too long. If you want to do so, do as she wants to, you wrong. This is Aviva's song.
Something was up. Thank you. Wow, okay. Thank you to everyone who made this service possible, and I'm really honored that my dad is here and could experience what we do every single week, so thank you. Okay. Whew. Okay. All right, so thank you to everybody, our musicians, our worship team, Shalom Squad, everyone. A few quick announcements. Tomorrow we have Sichat Shabbat, our Shabbat conversation, at 9:00 a.m. All are welcome to join us in the Seder and Shimkin Library and Chapel or online on Zoom. Then at 10:30 a.m. we have the Bar Mitzvah of Jonathan Kirstein. So again, all are welcome in person, and it will also be live streamed. This coming week, we hope that it is a beautiful Thanksgiving with your loved ones. The Beth Torah building will be closed on Thursday and Friday in observance of Thanksgiving. The one exception is on Friday, we will still have services. So all are welcome, same time, same place, Friday at 6:30 next week, in person and also online. I did not include it on the slide, but 1 week from tomorrow, which is November 26th, there will be no Shabbat celebrations here. So again, we just hope it's a wonderful time with your family next Saturday. And looking ahead to Hanukkah, there are many things happening. Here's a quick list. PJ Library Hanukkah Glow Party at the J, which we are very excited to participate in. Olive oil tasting pick-up party with Rabbi Katapan and Chris. There are still a few spots left if you want to join. Nightly Hanukkah candle lightings on Zoom, Hanukkah-themed song session, and Hanukkah Shabbat. So take a look in the e-news and on the website for everything going on. With that, following the closing song, join us in the ulam, please take a grape juice or a wine or both and challah, and then we'll taste the sweetness of Shabbat. Thank you.
We conclude our service together singing this song. Now, I was telling our musicians earlier today that I actually learned this song when I first worked at summer camp in Asrui, fresh from Israel and from Argentina. And I didn't know anything about Joni Mitchell. Now I'm a big fan. But before I was like, I only knew this song is a nice camp song, I thought. Well, apparently it's not. But it is, and that's why we're doing it together. So if you ever go to Jewish summer camp, you're going to learn, or if you might have learned already, the circle game song. So stand and join us.
Yesterday,
A child came out to wander. The dragon flied inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of the star. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We have the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. Then the child moved time round the seasons, skated over and clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease her, and promises of someday make her dreams. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone. Cartwheels turn to cartwheels through the town, and they tell her, take your time, it won't be long now, till you drag your feet to slow those circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive in the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. So the years spin by, and now the girl is 20. Oh, her dreams have lost some grandeur, counting true.
just 20.
There'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams, and plenty. Before the last revolving year is through, everybody. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. And go round and round and round in the circle game. Shabbat shalom.
Take care of each other out there.
Look at us throw it.